with zero sense of humor, or are otherwise little bitches, please stop listening now. Dr. Chadder and the bearded techie will most certainly cross lines of moral decency that are well beyond the average shit and fart joke you may be used to. The show is unscripted and in the moment, so who knows what will fall out of their dirty little mouths. That being stated, please give them a thumbs up, subscribe, and feel free to chime in on the conversation with a comment. Additionally, you may join their mailing list at weirdedbeirdos.com and be automatically entered in future contests and free giveaways. If you are willing to call in, send a text to 530 YouTube with your name and topic, and we may give you a call. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, the funniest duo in their personal universe, the Wearded Beirdos.
And we're live.
I talked first last time. I wanted to give you your... That was your time to shine.
My time to shine?
That was your moment. You kind of slow. I guess we should have discussed it before we...
That's all right.
It's Jenny's turn next time.
Okay.
So now you have a heads up.
All right.
You're muted.
Who is?
She is. Oh, you muted yourself.
Oh, well, I thought I was supposed to mute myself.
Are you?
I've been doing
On
it
her
every
end,
time.
otherwise it'll loop around. You can hear her, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's coming in through here.
Oh, is it?
This guy.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
So welcome to... This is episode 13. And Steve just figured out that all the audio comes through one system.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it all goes through one area. Yeah.
Yeah. So how was your week?
Pretty basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my tattoo scheduled and...
That's a long way out.
I know. I've had to wait a long time before, but that's definitely the longest I've ever had to wait to get into a shop. Like 3 months away. Almost.
You can do it in one sitting. Is it big? Is it like a sleeve, or are you just doing?
Yeah, doing a sleeve.
Like a full or like a quarter? Or are you gonna eventually?
All the way from the shoulder to the wrist.
Okay.
So, it's definitely gonna be some serious work. We scheduled like 4 or 5 appointments, and he said the first appointment, he says, is gonna last like 4.5 hours, 5 hours or something, just to do all the line work. And then we're going to come back in and do shading on the subsequent
Gotcha.
Appointments. So he's like, yeah, bring a snack, eat a big dinner.
So is it going to say Jenny, or Jennifer
And my
all the way
face.
down? Yeah.
It's going to say Jimbo.
And then her, like, your
Jimbo.
the pity.
Yeah.
And her legs will wrap, so like the pit of your elbow.
Yeah, exactly. So that I can like open it and close it.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Like, who needs you? You're with me forever.
Right.
Not.
Would you get her name on your body?
Only if she gets my name tattooed on her face. Like right above one eyebrow.
That is so
Steven,
extreme.
in cursive. You can make it look classy.
I can?
Yeah, you can rock it. And if I ever leave you, you
Sounds
can just
like a
drape
way
your...
to get disowned by my family.
Yeah, you can do a Leah thing.
Yeah, you can just have like your hair hang over one eye if I ever leave you.
Or a really big eye patch.
Yeah. Something we can work it out.
It'll be Halloween 365 days.
Do you have tattoos?
I don't.
We can remove an eye too, so that the eye patch is like for a
why-
legitimate purpose.
That's why you have 2.
Right. Until somebody wants to see if my eye is there.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah.
My
You don't
mom-
ask a guy with an eye patch like, can I
My
see your?
parents would ask me. Let me
Well,
see
yeah,
it.
that's your parents. Well, yeah, you want to show them the hole? Show them the hole.
Yeah. I mean, your mom can come along for moral support when we have it removed.
Oh, yeah.
You can carry it around like a little
She
pickle
would
jar.
love that. She was a butcher too.
What movie
she
was?
really?
What movie was it where the guy got hit and his eyeball flew out of his head? Was that Rocky?
Oh, like a real, because there was the guy in
Not in real life.
Pirates of the Caribbean. But
Wow.
like a not an like a
I mean, like in the scene, like his eyeball flew out of his head, like in the movie, not as a collateral
gag.
damage or
Oh,
whatever.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
How hard you gotta be hit for your eyeball?
We should be asking you this.
What?
Yeah, you're the
Yeah,
doctor.
you're the doctor here.
How much force?
But
does
it's
it
in
take?
there. I don't know. It's in there.
How do you get it out?
As far as you to remove it,
I mean, for any reason, if you needed to get an eyeball out, what would be the proper way to do it?
Oh, I'm sure they have a tool that would reach in and grab it and snip it from behind.
Ouch.
There's no way to get to it other than the skull. Like if you look at the skull, see the slit at the top of the back?
Yeah.
It's like Asian eyes behind the eye hole.
Yeah.
That's the only hole in the eyes.
And so your optical nerve goes through that. There.
Correct.
Wow.
Everything is patched through. That's where your blind spot is. That's why. What is the blind spot? You done the blind spot test?
Yeah.
So that's the actual blind spot. And then just behind that, it crisscrosses. And so that's why you get your peripheral from over here merges with that.
Okay.
But the eyes are actually, even on cadavers, they're really hard to cut into. It's ridiculous how like durable they actually are as an eyeball.
So like cartilage?
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
Really?
And then there's was it vitriol?
Yeah, there's the vitreous fluid in there.
And as soon as you, I mean, like and then once you cut it, it still maintains a little bit of a shape. Like where the hole is, it'll wilt, but it still maintains. Like it's impressive how.
Oh, so you've cut open eyeballs?
Yeah, on cadavers, you cut everything.
Really?
By the time you'll start.
What do you see inside the eye?
Nothing really. It's all microscopic.
Oh.
It's more or less you're there for the curiosity.
Okay.
But you go through the whole process. So for me, it was thorax, abdomen, and pelvis was the first class because it's mostly organs and stuff like that. There's not a lot of muscles. Once you go into the muscles and organ insertions, there's a lot to learn. But the lungs are the lungs, heart's the heart. So there's not a lot of crazy stuff that you need to focus on as far as that goes. What time is it on? I'm sure I sent her a link. And so that's the first class. And so you spend that, and you'll get the body. They're usually face down in the tank, and then you'll still flip them over.
Tank?
Yeah, because they're in like a I guess call it a tank. I don't know.
Like
I'm assuming it's
water.
No. You lower them down. Well, it depends. I've been to two different schools and taken it in two different schools. Some have the tank where it drops down inside. You put a shroud over them, and then you'll douse the shroud with formaldehyde. And then some there's laying on a table, and then you'll close two lids that hang down below, but you'll still cover them in a shroud and douse them with formaldehyde, so that they stay more preserved.
You just spray them down spray them down.
Yeah, it's like a water bottle, like a boxing water bottle type, and you just spray. You want to soak the shroud. You don't want to drench it, but you want to soak it.
Oh, you're not spraying it on. You're spraying it on the shroud.
Yeah, but you want to keep the body moist, and the room is.
What about the smell?
It's foul. You get used to it after a while. When the first probably did, I got to make sure eyes water.
So it's just like decomp.
And a lot of people, it's weird because being a butcher for so long, I smelled to the death. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew where the cadaver lab was before I knew where it was because I could smell it.
Yeah.
But the room, those areas usually closed off from the rest of the building just because you don't want that smell, like the smell going all through.
Really, it's that powerful.
The death creeps out, but the formaldehyde doesn't creep outside the room. I've never smelled the formaldehyde outside the room.
What's formaldehyde smell like? Citrusy here.
Formaldehyde. So it sounds weird, but it smells like Pizza Hut crust taste to me. If that makes any sense.
Ooh.
I don't know. I
But
can't.
in very high doses.
No,
it's foul.
very concentrated.
But what a lot of people do, put like a Vicks vapor rub or something like that under the noses, where you can wear a mask.
I would just not breathe that on my nose.
Then you're breathing in unfiltered dead air. But it's not bad. Like for me, the first thing I did, I walked up because I didn't know how I was going to respond. Being a butcher, I cut up a bunch of animals, but I didn't know how I was going to respond. So as soon as they opened it up, I just walked up and just grabbed the arm just to get it over with, because you're all like hovered around a table and you're just waiting for the body to come up, and and so the first time I saw the body was face down. In that class we did the back first, and then you did all those muscles, and then you flipped them over, and then when you see their face, that it gets real at that point, because then they become a human being. When they're face down, it's just no different than a model, but when you see their face, and they're dead, but they still have like that was a person. So
did they all die of natural causes, or were there people who were like murdered or
the one
car accident?
Most of them are older people. There was it wasn't my body or my group's body, but it looked like the person just climbed up on the table and laid down, and they just died of natural causes, but at a young age, and they took care of themselves. But you get very different variations, like that we had.
I guess they don't tell you how they die.
One guy, you don't know anything about them. one lady we knew, she had cardiomegaly because her heart, she was probably the size of your grandma, but her heart was like this big.
Damn.
And it's like, wow, that's they just failure to thrive, and eventually she just
Doesn't Lance Armstrong have a problem like that? He has like an oversized heart
or something like that. Yeah, I've never looked it up, but it allows him to pump more oxygen.
He was doing steroids too, but
probably.
Oh yeah, well he was stripped of all his Tour de France titles.
I don't follow bicycling on that level.
Well, the only reason I know about it is because they came out with a documentary. It was actually really. I don't follow bicycling either, but it was still a good documentary.
I just know they hated on him. Who cares?
Yeah, they were just.
I'll put it like this: if you
everybody was doing it. Apparently, everybody was doing it at that time.
I would say do 2 divisions, because you still have people that do steroids to recover, because they're not illegal as long as they're prescribed for your recovery efforts. Because if you get serious infections, they'll give you a steroid so your body can help fight it.
Well, like, the stuff that they're doing, it was like EPO, EP something, I want to say, but it was like it's not like anabolic steroids. It's something like that your body produces naturally. I guess so are steroids, but
yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but it was a much more benign steroid than what you hear about like football players taking and stuff. And I was like, wow, that's illegal? I mean, even blood doping, like how is that illegal? Using your own blood,
right.
is illegal.
But what they need to do is do 2 divisions. One, you'll increase jobs, you'll increase entertainment value, and you'll be able to see truly what the human capabilities are.
Yeah, just let them do it. Yeah,
and just to see if you want to tear your body, destroy your body, more power to you. Because I want to see how fast a human being can run, or how strong a human being can get.
See, my bad.
What was that?
My sunglasses.
Oh, okay, they're yours.
Yeah, you're like, what did he break now?
Okay, I don't put anything over that you can break.
Smart move.
Child-proofed it.
Yeah, Steve proofed it.
Yeah.
But like, who's not curious as to how fast a human being can run?
I would love to see, like,
their heart may blow out of their chest at the end, but I don't care. I just want to see how fast we can travel.
Give fucking A-Rod or Mark McGuire just a handful of anabolic steroids. Just be like, yeah, let's see. Remember, because Mark McGuire, he had the home run record for the longest time. I don't know if he still has the reigning champ. I'm sure he's been overtaken by now, but when I was a kid, he went
from a scrawny dude, all of a sudden blew up and was all of a sudden knocking him out of the park. Like,
I saw him do. He would do long drive contests for golfing. So that's one of the reasons I know of him. All right, our guest is
yes. She outside, or she got a cool background?
I think she has a cool background because that is way too much sunlight.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right,
fire away.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, she is outside.
Oh, yeah. I am outside. I'm at the dog park with my dog.
Okay. I mean, is that your dog barking?
No, that's some deranged dog that's been attacking everybody. I don't know. They still let it out. I'm just like trying to keep my dog away from it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, do us a favor. If that dog attacks you, do not get off from in front of the camera.
Yeah.
I know. Like, okay, no, please.
For entertainment value.
Yeah, for the sake of entertaining people.
Of course. So I'm Jeremy.
I'm Steven.
Hi.
Jen.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
So do you mind me asking why you were, because, okay, I talked to her last week and she was in the hospital. So what happened? I didn't want to pry because you were in the hospital.
I had my gallbladder ruptured, so I had to go in for emergency surgery.
Right.
And I was pretty rough. So
what does the gallbladder do?
The gallbladder concentrates with bile, and when you eat fatty foods, it helps emulsify the fat in your system.
Yeah.
It's a try to teach it later.
No, I think you've already tried to do that.
That wasn't your gallbladder, sir.
Wasn't?
That was your prostate. But anyway.
Wrong ball.
So the gallbladder is only it's a small sac, but it can cause so much pain, even when you get a gallbladder attack. Did you have a lot of attacks in the past before it ruptured? Or?
Yeah, I knew I was having problems with it, but the night that it ruptured, it was just like awful, and I didn't eat all day, and I was just laying there bitching all day. And finally I was like, okay, there's something really wrong with me. And I went to the hospital and they were like, yeah, you need to get this out now. It's really messed up. I had a gallstone the size of like a golf ball.
Ooh, that's all
Holy
bigger it is. Like the
smokes.
gallbladder's not very big at all. Like it sits right below the liver, under the rib cage. And you'll feel like someone's driving an ice pick through your scapula on the right side.
Really?
Yeah, and when you hurt
Yeah,
nowhere
it
near,
hurt my back, everything. Oh, it was rough.
it's hardcore. So hopefully you get to experience it on the air.
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, can we induce an attack?
I'll look it up.
You eat a lot of fatty foods. I eat like a fat girl, so I eat like ice cream all day, and they're like, that's what does it. Don't eat healthy at all.
Wow.
Wow, I'm on the right track then.
Well, have you binged like fried chicken for 3 or 4 days? And
Well, if I'm binging fried chicken, I got to make sure you don't try and steal it from me.
wow,
I know how you feel about fried chicken. That's not a stereotype.
just the big piece of chicken. Which is funny, since COVID, chicken wings are hard to find.
Really?
To have an air fryer, I like to make my own chicken wings, but they're really hard to locate in the time of COVID.
Well, yeah, because of all the meat processing plants, they're getting they're shutting
Well,
down. They're probably reopening now, but
There's still chicken. There's every other part of the chicken, just the wings are. I don't know if B-Dubs is trying to corner the market or what. I don't know.
anyways,
Yeah, we digress.
yeah. So, what should we get into first?
Where do you want to? Yeah, because your story is pretty.
It's very intriguing.
I have a pretty crazy story.
Let's go back to the
Yeah, let's start at the beginning.
When you were born.
Okay.
you were born when you died.
Oh, it's like that far? Okay. My mom actually used to work for DOC. She was a corrections officer.
I get to be
And it's funny because I used to drink a lot when I was a kid. I was just like I lived in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing to do, you know?
Sure.
And so I was drinking a lot and she couldn't deal with it. So she signed me over to the state. She's like, I can't deal with this. You're always in trouble, this, and this. And then while I was in juvie, because I was committed for 2 years in like juvenile detention, she ended up getting with an inmate who she married a guy who was in prison 36 years. And then she started selling meth. And
I think we lost her. Right? Renee's getting in.
I was like,
quit the job at the prison.
I don't know how you're breaking.
Yeah, can you want to just back up like 30 seconds because you're glitching out on our end.
It's a great freeze frame though.
And so
The dog just got her.
she was, doing drugs and acting crazy. And so I kind of like grew up in that life, like just around. My stepdad used to sell prostitutes. And he would like buy hookers for all my friends.
And this is the 36-year prison inmate.
Yeah, he was nuts. He tried to stab my brother over a dinner argument. And like he was just institutionalized. Like he had no business on the streets. Like he would like beat us because we used the wrong bags, and just, he was nuts. And I never hit him back until I was like 18. He had hit a boyfriend of mine at the time that was staying with us. And I just lost it. And I just kept hitting him. And then he fell back against the dresser and I grabbed a hammer and I was like, I'll kill you. And he had a heart attack. And then I left and I didn't come home until he died like 3 years later.
Wow.
So he had survived a heart attack but died 3 years later.
Yeah, he died from pulmonary fibrosis, just from drugs. Like he had did so many drugs in the 5 years he was out that they thought he worked in a chemical plant his whole life.
Wow.
What do you go to prison?
He went for robbery a couple times, and then he had a 6-year sentence. And towards the end of his 6-year sentence, he got loose. He escaped. They were like, back in the day, they had like the inmates working on the side of the road. And he got drunk with one of the guards, got loose, went on a burglary rampage, kidnapped a lady, raped her. And then they gave him the habitual offender and gave him 30 years for that. So that's how he did 36 with a brief period of after 6 years of getting out and doing all that. So he died, and then I came back home, and my mom was a mess, and she was clean now, obviously, because he was dead. And then she got really Jesus-y, real religious.
So she stopped at the DOC after she met him, or after they got to.
Yeah, I don't match made in heaven. I don't know, but he was a piece of shit. I thought about killing him all the time. I hated him so much. And like, he just made our lives miserable. He was a creep, and he always tried to sleep with my friends, and he'd get on my friends high and then try and sleep with them. He was just a weirdo, you know? And, I hated him. I hated him so much. And so he died, and it was just frustrating because at the funeral, everybody's like, oh, your dad's in heaven. He's this. I was like, my dad's in Utah. This is not my dad. And they're like, he's partying in heaven. I was like, he partied enough on earth. He's a piece of shit. He's probably in hell right now. And they were like, everybody at this, you know, because he got real religious before he died. So all these people didn't know him. They knew, scared him, you know, what he was before he died, because he got, you know, real religious and he acted like a good person right before he died. But it's like, that's not who he was. And so after all that, I was kind of like running around, running amok. And I had been in juvie for 2 years. I'd been in just, my probation officer at the time was like, if you do 6 months in county, I'll just end your case, kill your case, you know? And so I went to county when I was 18. I ended up getting it down to 3 months, and I did that. And then I did good for a couple years. I was going to college and stuff, and I was doing really good. But then, like I said, when my stepdad died, my mom had me move back to Greeley, which is a dirt nap. And it's just so hard not to get in trouble there. And I had these, I was going to school, I was going to college to try and be a lawyer, and I got a DUI, and the cop was an idiot. Like, he pulled me over and he was like, what are you don't seem like you know where you're going. I'm like, I don't. I'm getting directions from drunk people on the DD. And he gave me a DUI for marijuana and let drunk people drive off in my Jeep. He's a moron. And it just like ruined my whole life. Like, I was like, okay, there goes like my everything that I've been working for, you know? And it was just so discouraging that I was like, okay, I'm going to become a career criminal. And so I did that, and I was really good at it. I was really good at thieving, like just anything. Like, if somebody was like, I need like $200, like right now, I could do it, you know? I had so many like little hustles to come up with money, you know, and just ways to just make a buck real fast. And my big one was I had a bunch of IDs. And so one of them was to the UNC storehouse, like, you know, University of Northern Colorado in Greeley. You know how like all major colleges have like a textbook store or like a store.
Yeah.
And I had a key card to get into like the storage area, and I would steal boxes of textbooks, and then I would resell them to college kids. And so it was like Robin Hood, if anything.
Genius.
And
They're pretty lucrative because books are too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
it's such a robbery. It's a ripoff. And so I was doing that for a while, and I didn't know that they were watching me, and I ended up getting indicted on that. And I was, when I couldn't sell them, well, when I couldn't sell them to kids, I would sell them to the textbook store, but I would use a different ID. I would like use a fake.
You would sell back to the store that you stole them from.
Yeah. And I would use a different ID though.
Okay.
And so when I got arrested, they were like, Miss Turco, we've been watching you for a while. I was like, okay. And so they arrested me and they put me in a little holding cell, and I tried everything. I tried crawling out the window. Like, I broke the screen. Like, I was not going down quietly into the night. Like, I was like, hell no. Well, when I finally got to the jail, I walk in the door and they have a thumbprint scanner now. And they were, I was like, oh, that's new. And they were like, I thought you've never been to jail before. And I was like, oh, I just watched a lot of CSI. And so they scan it and they were like, maybe it's dirty. And they scan it again and they were like, wait, you're Angela Cannon. And I was like, oh. And I was like, do you want my real social? And they're like, well, you just caught 6 more felonies. And I was like, great. So then I knew I was going away for a while, but they actually gave me a chance to go to the halfway house. And I was actually messing with a staff member there in Greeley. And when I ran, he deleted the video of my escape. So they couldn't charge me with escape because he was screwing around with me. And so they had to drop that charge down, but they were like, okay, you're going to prison. Like, you are going to fucking prison. Like, you've been failing a lot. It's time to go to the big house. And, you know, you're going to the Pinta with the Pintas. Like, you're going. And so I went to max prison I got 5 years. And
where's Max? You're in Where's that
In
at?
Denver. There's 2 women's prisons in Colorado. There's La Vista, and that's the minimum in Pueblo, and then there's D-Dub, which is the maximum security prison in Denver. And I went to the maximum security prison.
Where's that at? Like where? It's one by my house.
Yeah, it's in Aurora.
Oh shit, it's way over there.
So you spend a lot of time alone then, if you were.
Yeah, I can do well, not really in a way, because you're never really locked up when you're in prison. Like, you're never really alone. You miss alone time. Like, you want to just single cells are called whack shacks because you just you never are by yourself. You know what I mean? And it's so hard to get a single cell anywhere and just to get privacy. Like, masturbating is impossible because there's people all the time around you. Like, just fucking, you're always around people and it's just irritating. But I spent 3 years in prison, and it wasn't bad actually. It was actually way better than county. Like, they have dogs everywhere. There's a dog program. I had an Xbox in my unit.
Wow.
I had all kinds of sex. It was fun. It wasn't bad. Like, for guys, it's probably way different. It's probably not a good time, but
Sex, Steve?
I was not having sex.
Maybe on his knees.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, no.
I heard guys. Okay, so this is what a guy told me, because I used to work at the men's prison. They said that they're like, doesn't matter how straight you are, if you see a pretty little guy walk by with a nice mouth, they're like, they're getting their dick sucked. Like, that's just a thing.
Wow.
Let's ask Steve.
I never had that experience.
Were you the pretty guy then? I never saw a pretty guy walk by.
Yeah, then I must be the pretty guy, right?
I was too busy sucking dick. I never saw it.
Never saw it. No, I've heard stories, but I never encountered any.
Would you tell us if you did?
Not on air.
Okay.
I don't think the guys would. I don't know. Guys admit it. They never want to admit it. You know, I had one guy finally be like, "Yeah, I got my dick sucked by a couple guys." Like, but that was the first time I've ever heard a guy be honest about it. You know. But all the girls are gay. Every girl that goes to prison, because it doesn't matter if it's your mom, your grandma, they all have girlfriends. They're all fighting over them. They're all gay for this day. All of them. Doesn't matter. Sweetest little old lady is getting in fights over some girl. You know.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I dated a murderer, a lifer when I was in prison. That bitch was nuts. Like, if there's this thing called shoelaces, and you're walking through the yard, if you're like somebody's girlfriend, they'll say shoelaces, and you have to look down at your shoelaces so you're not making eye contact with other girls. And like, if you get bored, look up Amy Adamson. She has 147 years for murder, and she was my girlfriend for a while. She used to beat the shit out of me for everything. Like, and she would sneak me in the shower and stuff. Like, I would be like washing in the shower and I just hear the curtain rip open. She'd be like, "You look real cute walking through the yard with that chick," and like punch me in the face. I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck?" But
wow.
Yeah, she was nuts.
Thank.
Yeah.
So are you in contact with her still? Because
no, I'm not. Okay, so right, we quit talking because she was mad. She thought I told the guards that she hit me, and I was like, "You would be in cuffs right now if that happened." And we were walking through the yard, and she had just slammed my eyebrow against a door frame, and my eyebrow was split. And she was screaming across the yard. She's like, "All you're good for is sucking dick and doing drugs." And I was like, "We don't have a dick or drugs, so stop talking to me, bitch." And then I never talked to her again.
Well,
that escalated quickly.
Are there male transgender in the women's prison, like men who have had to
transition? There's men transgender in the men's prison, and they get to wear like the girls' clothes, and they're kind of segregated into a separate unit, but they don't let them into the women's prison. And we have transgender females in the women's prison that are transitioning to men, and they get all kinds of ass. Like, even if I cut my hair short and went to prison, I would get so much ass, because straight girls want a girl that looks like a guy. Like, my wife now, she used to have short hair, and because she was like a boy girl, and I told her, I was like, "If I'm with a girl, I want you to look like a girl. Grow your fucking hair out." And so she is.
That makes sense.
Because I don't want to like a tiny dude with tits. Like, that's weird, you know? So
yeah,
it's a Jenny thing. But
yeah, right.
Do you think that, were you bisexual before you went to prison, or was it something you discovered there?
Yeah, I had been with females before, but like, I'm just so tired of men. Like, men are just such fucking dirtbags. Like, Girls aren't any better. Girls are fucking super crazy. Because like as soon as I started dating my wife now, I called all my exes and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so fucking sorry that you had to deal with this, that you still have to deal with this. Like, this is fucking awful. And so, I mean, it's kind of just like which battle is better, you know, choose your battles, because with girls, you have to worry about lying and conniving shit and just like games, just bullshit, manipulative games. And just like, I'm not good at that. So I'm always like, what the fuck do you want? You know, like use your words. Cause like, I'm not good at like reading into like, you know, passive aggressive stuff. So I struggle with that. But I think with men, it's just more, and I was always kind of like a guyish girl. Like I used to always grab my ex-boyfriends and like dry hump their ass and like be like, come here. And they'd be like, get away from me. You know? So I've always kind of been more.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I respond to that.
Yeah. Most guys don't like it. I
all the time.
Kicking and screaming.
I mean, pretty face.
Yeah.
Thanks.
DSLs.
Negative on that. Negative.
But like, I just did so much stupid shit. I have so many stupid tattoos and stuff. And like, I was trying to like get my shit together, and like me and my wife got out and we were like, how can we make money? Because it's hard when you're a felon, you just got out of prison. So we were doing porn for a little bit. And that was fun because like, it was just with her. Like, I'm not out like banging strangers. Like, I'm just like sleeping with my wife. But there's some assholes. Oh my God. People will try and rip you off. Like, so there's like on the webcam sites, like they tip you to do stuff. And like people will copy the image that you get for like tipping people. And so you'll look like they're tipping you, but they're not. And this one guy was like having us like beat the shit out of each other. Like slap like our asses were like bleeding.
Oh,
And
genius. I never would have thought of that.
Yeah, it's such. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Who rips people off on porn?
Broke motherfuckers.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, seriously, like, don't get on here if you can't. And it makes me mad because everybody will be like, are you gay? And we have to lie because if you're like, yeah, I'm gay, they'll be like, oh, you only like men when you're getting money from them. I'm like, oh, God. So we have to be like, oh, we just love dick so much. We just wish we were sandwiched between a dick right now. Just, oh, God, you know, we're not trying to sell it.
Yeah, it's customer service.
Yeah.
So was it a lucrative, other than the guy ripping you off?
We made pretty good money. Like, it's not like balling. Like you make about like $20 in like an hour if you know, like 40 minutes of like a private show. But it's just frustrating because like we have to get all done up, and like I have extensions, and like we have to do lingerie, and like it's just daunting. It's like a lot of work, you know what I mean, to like get all ready. And then you have to like, some guys will just sit there and talk shit to you, just like, you know, like, why are you even doing this? You're just doing this for the money, you know, whatever, blah, blah. And it's so just frustrating, you know what I mean?
Just guys on there trolling, like, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Yeah, like,
I'm like, why are you on here?
Jinx.
It's ridiculous. And like, we had this roommate a while, just this last one, and she was like Scarface, just like selling all kinds of drugs from downstairs. And the cops just kicked in her door and they like raided her room. She had a pipe bomb in her room. Nice. She's like I was like, okay.
You ever condom?
Weapons to like to hide in the room. Pipe bomb.
She said she got bored at work.
Yeah, that's your.
I don't know how to make a pipe bomb. I get bored at work all the time.
I mean,
so,
you find the ingredients to put in the pipe. That would be the more challenging part.
Yeah. She does construction, so they have like, you know, they have all the different explosives and stuff, and
excellent.
You know, but it's weird because once you start dating a female, you just like hang out with nothing but lesbians. It's weird. You just like attract nothing but lesbians.
Oh, well, I guess that could be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean some of them are
cool. Lesbians.
Would you consider yourself still bisexual, or is your partner strictly lesbian?
Yeah, my partner is like straight lesbian. Like I had to like really break down a lot of walls as far as like what she'd let me do sexually, but I'm a persistent person, I guess. I don't know.
That's good.
Yeah. And
so
like,
you mentioned that you met her in prison, or you kind of
yeah, she was actually dating my roommate. We
Nope.
dated. Well, we both dated the same girl. She was kind of a hoe, and she was funny. She was a funny hoe, and we were both dating her, and I didn't actually. My wife actually hated me because I would talk a lot of shit to her in prison. Like she'd be pulling weeds, and I'd be like, "The dog's pissing those weeds," and she'd be like, "Fuck you," you know. But I thought you hated me, but she's like, "I didn't hate you," but yeah, like we didn't. And then we went to the same halfway house when we got out of prison, and I was her bunkie, and I like rolled over my bunk and I seen her, and I was like, "What's up?" And yeah.
That's nice.
Match made in halfway.
My stepbrother's mom did 8 years there.
In Aurora.
Very prison.
For what? Say when?
Distribution and kidnapping.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Marianne.
Are you allowed to say that? What is it?
Marianne Barbary. Actually, her last name may have changed. She got married once. I'm not
How
sure.
long ago was it though?
No, she got out of
It's like a small world, you know everybody in there. You know, there's like
yeah.
infamous inmates and stuff, and but like I learned a lot in prison. Like I'm so much better at fighting now, and like
You pick up.
and it's weird because my wife looks more boyish, but I'm the man of the relationship. Like she calls me her husband.
I've seen the Facebook picture, but then the way you talk and the way you, man, the picture, it seems like you're the more dominant of the two.
So you both call each other wife, or is one the husband?
She calls me her husband, but
That's nice.
yeah, it's cute, you know. But
What do you call
I call her my wife. Everybody in the halfway house used to call me daddy because of her, because she'd always be like, "That's daddy." I was like,
Excellent.
yeah. I mean, I liked it. It was fun.
You also mentioned in your in the message that you had sent that you're Jewish. Are you practicing?
Not anymore. So like, my mom was like a fucking nightmare. So we were everything for a brief. Well, so my grandparents actually were in Auschwitz, and we were raised Jewish. And then my mom had like this thing where whoever she's dating, that's what we are. Like we were even like Druids and Wiccans for a while. We were Catholic. Like we've done all of that. But it's so funny because my wife's sister is fucking nuts. Okay. And she's always like talking about conspiracy theories and how things about Hitler. And I get so mad because she's always like talking about how great Hitler was. And I'm just like, bitch, like, and I started yelling at her last time. I was like, I'm fucking Jewish. Like, I've told you this like 6 times. Like, God damn it, you know? But she's just fried, so I don't hold it against her.
Yeah, you can't not be Jewish if you're born Jewish.
Yeah, it's who you are.
Exactly. It's like
I
you
know
can't
all the best Jew jokes, too. I do. Everybody always tries to tell me Jew jokes. I'm like, I already know all the best ones.
black jokes.
Yeah, it's weird how that works.
Yeah.
Because you always have that racist friend to tell you.
Which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
weird.
Somebody tries to like spring it up on me, and I'm like, I already heard that. I know way better ones than that. That's fucking weak. Like, don't.
That's weak.
It's fucking weak. Don't. It's a waste. But yeah. So I've had some fun, and like I think that it's just a process. Like I really do want to get my shit together, you know? It's just hard because once you become like a career criminal and you're so used to just making money easily, I never was into selling drugs. I don't trust drug addicts. I'm not good at it. I like doing drugs too much to sell them. I'm always like, I could just keep all these and be fucked up for like a month, you know? I'm not good at,
Absolutely.
you know, I can't do it. So
Yeah, it's hard to change careers.
it is. It is.
What do you do for a living now?
So I was doing construction during the summer, but in the winter I usually go back to waitressing. But because of this whole COVID thing, and I'm a terrible waitress because I have horrible customer service and I'm super rude. I make great money. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Because I'll tell people, I'll be like, this is going to taste fucking awful. Don't eat this. And they still order it. So I'm like, don't complain to me. And my bosses hate me.
We have a message there.
Yeah, shout out to Dylan Nelson. Sorry. I'm doing good.
I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, I already saw it, but I'm just going to let it go. Whoa. Is the wife there?
Amber. She's somewhere. She's wandering with my dog. When she comes back over here, I'll bring her over here. But yeah, she's I'm glad I met her. She's very different than me, you know. She's really dingy, which is hard for me. She's like
What is
dingy,
that?
you know, like just kind of spacey, just kind of stupid. But I love her to death.
Oh, well,
Okay.
that's very nice.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Exactly.
It's just weird because I've never interacted with somebody like that by choice for that long, you know? And then like one day I was like, go get the mail. She's like, where's the mailbox? And I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, what do you mean? Like, it's in front of the house. It's where every mailbox is always, you know? And that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, I get it.
I run into those types of problems constantly. Constantly.
What's that mean?
Yeah,
You're very dingy, honey. You're
wow.
very dingy.
I dated a girl.
Little dingy.
I dated a girl in prison that was 18 and she was fucking retarded. And her name was Courtney, and she was really hot and she had a really nice body. But like, she didn't know how to spell bagels. She spelled it wrong 3 weeks in a row. And that's when I was just like, we can't be together. You can't spell fucking bagels.
Bagel,
Like,
dude.
what?
Get the fuck out of
She
here.
can't spell bagels. She can't spell locks. I mean, like, it's not gonna work out.
This is over.
Yeah, it's just fuck. And like, so one day we were standing there, right? And we were under a ledge waiting to eat in prison, and we seen an icicle fall. And we look up and we see several more icicles. So me and my other smart friend, Cho, we step away from the icicles. My stupid girlfriend stood there under the icicles, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, and her ear's bleeding. And I was like, you stupid bitch. Like, and I was laughing at her because I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, didn't you not, deductive reasoning, you couldn't put 2 and 2 together, fucking figure out you're gonna get hit in the head with a fucking icicle? Like, come on.
We're not supposed to wear masks.
Because of icicles?
No, so the population can be weeded out for people like that. Survival of the fittest, but we keep protecting these idiots.
I don't wear masks. I'm like, bring it on. Like,
Okay. One of those
I'm
guys.
not fucking doing it.
So do you just never wear masks like inside the stores? You just go and say,
No. Then I tell them, like, fuck you, I can't breathe. And I'm really rude to, like, I'll cuss anybody out. But it helps me a lot. It helps my wife out because, like, she's so passive that, like, I can get whatever from, like, businesses because I'll be like, I will cuss anybody out. Get the fuck over here. I'll sue you. I'm Jewish. Like, and it just works out. I use my white right. So.
Ride that train.
Oh, shit.
And you have white privilege.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh my God, her father's probably a lawyer.
But I'm saying, because my wife is Hispanic, and I tell her all the time, like, I'm using my white right. You need to use it too. You're white by association now because you're married to me. So you got to use that to get shit done.
That's why we have Steve.
Yeah, I'm the in-house white privilege.
Yeah, we just leech off of him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's crazy though? In prison, like, you'd think that there's like a race thing, but it's not. It's just nobody really cares for the black people. I'm sorry. Like, they don't get along with anybody really. The Mexican people and the white people click up a lot. But that's because the black girls will burn you. They'll throw shit on you. Like, they will fucking burn you with hot oil or like throw hot coffee on you. And they're loud and they always fucking get the cops involved. And they just like to make a scene. And like, they can never quietly lock down to fight. They always have to be all loud and throwing shit on you and spitting. I'll spit on you like llamas. Like, ugh.
That's craziness.
Okay, then.
I will admit, not to be racist, but black people are fucking loud in prison. They're fucking
so fucking loud. Like, we're always like, just
craziest.
was microwaving tuna and shit. Like, at fucking 6 a.m. for what? You know, it smells like low tide. The whole unit.
We didn't have.
That's like the universal no is fish in a microwave.
Yeah, well, come here, baby.
The list. You can't even buy
See,
it.
look, I'm gonna introduce you to my wife.
All right.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm just hoping there's no black people behind her.
This is the show. Oh, cool. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
She looks more like a guy, but because she's growing her hair out. Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, you guys are cute together.
Yeah, we make a cute couple.
Absolutely.
She's
together.
How long have we been together?
Yeah.
We got married like 2 months ago. We've been together for about 14 months. I proposed her on Christmas. It was cute as fuck. Super cute. I got on my knee, but I had her like a scavenger hunt, and I was all drunk when I did it, but I was like, oh, we're gonna piss her off so bad because I had her going up and down the stairs. It was like, where do cars sleep? You know, like the garage. And it was like, where? And it was always like, I had her going up and down the stairs like 6 times. And then finally the last clue was under the tree. And I was like, look behind you. And I was on my knee. And I was like, I want to spend this Christmas and every Christmas with you. Will you marry me?
That is so sweet.
It was cute as fuck. I put a lot of effort into it. I mean, I was drunk when I did it, but it was cute.
It's a thought that matters.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm still trying to, like, where's the car sleeve? That didn't even
I'm
like,
sure you were
where's the
sober
car sleeve?
putting it
my
together.
brain locked up. I'm like,
Yeah, well, my sober plan was a lot better, but when I got drunk, I was like, this is gonna have to work. So I had like a plan to like drop a ball with a ring in it. Like I had a really intricate plan, and then when push came to shove, I was wasted and I was like, this isn't gonna happen. So I was like, well, getting scavenger hunt, you know.
I put it like this: write it all down. That way, the next wipe, you'll nail it.
See, there's this game I play. Okay, this used to help me pick up bitches. All right, ready? So like, well, there's 2 games. Okay, so the first one is picture a cube in the desert. Everybody, all 3 of you. Okay.
Okay.
Are you picturing a cube in the desert?
Like ice cube.
Okay, real quick, in order. What is the size of your cube? All 3.
Mine's like a big box. Like
Give me the size of your box. What's a cube? Yeah, what size?
Like can fit in the palm of my hand.
Mine's huge. Like a
Okay.
shipping-
So like 20 by 20 feet, 10 by 2 feet.
Yeah, 20 by 20, 10
And
by
yours
10.
is small, you said, right?
Yeah, like 3 by 3 inches.
Okay, and then you, madam?
In between.
Madam.
Oh,
So like 5 feet by 5 feet?
We need exact measurements.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, just
bigger
I'm
than
not
shoe
good with
box?
measurements.
Give a number here, please.
Okay, 5 by 5 is good.
Inches
Yeah.
or feet?
Okay. Okay, so what is the cube made of?
Mine's glass.
Yeah, mine's translucent.
So you're some
material.
see through. And then you, ma'am?
And
What, like
she didn't say, like,
cellophane?
no, like just like. She wasn't specific on material. It's a cube.
It's whatever you picture. Whatever you picture. So it can be, I've said pretzels once.
Okay.
Mine's ice.
Okay, so you all pick something kind of see-through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far off the ground is the cube?
I'm just imagining mine being in my hand, so I don't know, waist height.
Mine's on the ground.
Yeah, mine's
Okay.
on the ground as well.
Okay, now there's a ladder near the cube. How far from the cube is the ladder? Is it touching it? Is it 5 feet, 20 feet, 2 inches?
We up against it.
Yeah,
Touching it?
Yes.
I guess mine would be.
At an angle.
I mean,
I don't know.
So for touching it?
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah, touching it.
I mean, within arm's reach because
Okay,
it's in my
so
hand.
maybe like a foot or 2?
Yeah,
Okay, so what is your ladder made of? It's almost done, I promise.
aluminum.
Yeah, aluminum.
Wood.
Okay, ooh, okay. So now near the horse and the cube and the ladder is a horse, okay? Is the horse wearing anything? Is it doing anything?
Mine's a Clydesdale towing a carriage.
Okay. What is yours?
Just a brown horse.
Yeah, mine's like a black stallion. There's just
Yeah.
nothing. Just a
Black
black
stallion.
horse. Just there.
Why not a white
So there's
one?
nothing
I just
on
added,
YouTube?
No, because I just added the horse there in my mind. So
Yeah. Let's get a carriage. I want to
Okay.
ride.
Is there any plants near the cube?
Ooh,
no,
God,
because we're in the desert.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a
To me,
dry
we're in
lake
the,
bed.
we're in the Sahara. There's maybe like a sand dune off in the distance, but
I was thinking like a
Cactus.
dry lake bed and like.
So one cactus, you said, ma'am? Yeah. Okay. All right. So, and our last question, is there a storm around?
no.
Jeez.
No.
No, I'm not picturing that.
No?
No,
Okay,
not-
so here's what it means. So the storm represents stress or chaos in your life that you feel like you can't handle. So if you see a big storm, it means that you can't, there's a lot of stress and chaos going on in your life right now that you feel like you can't handle. Plants represent family expansion. So like if you feel like, if you have 2 plants, it means like 2 kids. Either you have 2 kids, you're going to have 2 kids, whatever. You said one cactus, you both said nothing. So the horse is how controlling you are in relationships. So like if you say your horse is wearing a sweater and its name is Tonto and it's got on 20 flowers, you're a psychopath. So like if your horse is just standing there not doing anything, it means that you're just more free and laid back and you kind of let your partner just like do whatever, you know? And if your horse is pulling something, I don't know what that would represent. Like, so you
Sure.
are more controlling. You just like to feel like your person
Nice.
is
Pulling
pulling
me.
something.
Pulling
Yeah,
me.
I don't know.
I don't like it to walk anymore.
So the size of your cube is the size of your ego. So
yeah,
like
fuck
you
yeah,
have
you
this ego.
That's hilarious. 'Cause,
yeah.
it was
The distance from the ground is how grounded you are as a person.
Oh,
So if
shit.
it's touching the ground, you're more grounded. If it's off the ground, you're a little less grounded.
Definitely. more
the
ethereal.
ladder is how much it's leaning on the cube is how much you let people lean on you. If it's touching the cube, that means you let people lean on you a lot more. And if it's away from it, it means you keep people at more of a distance. The material of your ladder is how strong your ties are. So like if you say aluminum, you have really strong bonds with people. Wood isn't as strong, but I've had people say Legos and pretzels. So, I mean, it could be worse.
Oh, okay. At least it wasn't pretzels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Pretzel
yeah.
ladder is not a. It's not
It's
a
made
ladder
out
that's
of
going to take you very
But
much.
you did have a little prick next to your cube.
A little prick.
So
Cactus.
where did that come from?
Yeah, it's so random, but I appreciate
Yeah.
it.
That was fun.
It's just how I used to get to know people. I used to ask them because you can't really cheat that answer, you know, like you
So
have
where
no
did
idea
you
what your
find
answer.
that? Like, where did you find that?
Oh,
out
where
from?
did they? Oh, because I've just been like poked by shrinks a lot. Being locked up all the time, I have shrinks mess with me, and that was a game we used to play in one of my classes.
Wow.
Oh, so it was.
That's interesting.
Something that you learned from a psychologist or a psychiatrist or some type of professional.
Yeah,
That's a very interesting thing.
yeah.
That's a great
So
part
I
of
maybe
it.
just like,
Glad
you
you
know,
didn't say like a fortune teller or psychic.
What's hilarious is I lied about the size of my cube because it was like the whole it was ridiculous.
You
That's
did
why
not lie.
No, I downsized.
Oh, you
Oh.
downside.
Oh, I
Because you said
Oh my
yours.
God.
Oh yeah, I was thinking
Yours was in your hand. Like, okay, maybe I'm playing this wrong, and so I downsized my cube to 10.
what
by
was it
10.
like a fucking skyscraper?
It was a huge, like it was a
Massive.
That's hilarious. Because my ego is ridiculous.
That I admit that I agree with you on that.
I agree too.
But I love who I am. That's not
That's
wrong.
good.
No, it's not wrong at all. I'm not judging you.
Right?
Yeah. If you're happy, then
I am.
That's good.
But I live on my own terms. Like one of the things is, just, if I don't want to do it, I don't do it. If I want to do it, I do it. Like I think most people will lie through their whole life doing what people want them and what they expect them to be. And I was that once upon a time. And so like you had plans to do certain things, and then people influence your life and change the whole course of your trajectory.
yeah. And I just had to roll with it, you know.
Right.
Like I said, like I was like, well, I guess I'm a career criminal, you know. And I mean, I was good at it. I was fucking so good at it. Like people said I was like Leonardo DiCaprio in Catch Me If You Can. Like I got away with some shit. There's been times where the cops raided a house and I was the only person that hid and got away with it. And I came out and I was like, hello, and everybody's gone. The door's all boarded shut, and I just wiped the house out. I called my dealer and I was like, hey, you want to have a really Merry Christmas? Bring over a tow truck. And we took cars, laptops. We wiped that house out because I was at a house party and they called. These people were being loud. And I was like, shut up, the cops are outside. They're like, you're being paranoid. I was like, no. And then I heard knocking at GPD. And they were like, oh, quit being paranoid. They're not going to kick the door. And I was like, you're an idiot. So I went and hid. Sure enough, like an hour later, I was listening to Gangnam Style on repeat. And I was hiding and I had my back against the wall and I felt the wall vibrate. And I was like, here comes the battering ram. And then I guess the first time they hit the door, somebody went to go look out the people. And then the second time they hit it, it broke the girl's jaw. And I just heard screaming, and then I heard SWAT coming in, and they arrested everybody. And I just kept hearing everybody say, where did Angela go? Where's Angela? And I was just laughing. I was like, who's a crackhead now? You know, like you all went to jail. And I just, so.
And then you jacked everybody.
Everybody. I was like, fuck you guys for getting the cops called. But I got charges for that. I did get snitched on for that. I always have guys tell on me. I always get told on by fucking guys.
Yeah, guys are afraid of jail. Typically.
Yeah. I mean, Jane will eat ass
Tattle.
up to 6 months. So
What?
I said you'll eat ass for up to 6 months.
Hey, why
So-
not? I'm not doing anything anyway.
You'd commit murder to avoid going to county.
Oh, I would. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's worse.
And it's funny, like
than
every time I
eating
tell the
ass.
story, it's so real. Like in that moment, I'm like, she's dead.
She's dead.
She reaches for that phone. Her ass is done.
Yeah, I took a felony sentence just to get out of jail. So
Yeah, it's honestly though, like county is the worst. Like county is so goddamn boring and there's nothing to do. And it's just like I spent my time in county in a 12-man cell with the 3-man bunks. They're like submarine, you know, it's like tiny. I spent a year in there with no TV, 100 bitches in one little ass room. Like it was horrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been to several different counties, and they're all different. Some are good.
Yeah.
Some are. There was one I was living like a king.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little towns are nice. For Fremont County has a great jail.
Little towns, small. The smaller the jail, the better. We got deli food from the grocery store because they didn't cook. They didn't cook in house, so it was just like chicken wings and hot dogs. It was like
the bigger the city, the worse the jail, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You're sharing your care with everybody else. It's awful.
Arapahoe County, by far the worst jail I've ever been in.
Oh yeah, I have a friend that's in Arapahoe right now. I have her dog. Remember I told you about when the cops came and kicked in our door or whatever? They arrested her. She was on my couch.
Yeah, Arapahoe County is not a joke.
Douglas seems like it'll be pleasant.
Douglas?
Because they got that new facility.
Is that the one that looks like handcuffs from the?
That's Jeffco.
Yeah, that's Jeffco. Okay.
Which also sucks.
Literally the jail, like from an aerial view, is 2 interlocking handcuffs.
No shit.
Yeah.
And the courthouse is the key.
Right.
Is that in Golden? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it in Golden?
The Taj
Yeah,
Mahal?
it's in Golden.
The Taj Mahal.
That's what they call it. Oh,
Really?
that's what on the inside they call it the Taj Mahal.
Okay. That's nice of them.
It's that big.
It sucks because when you go to court in Jeffco, you have to walk like a mile in shackles underground. And there's like people driving past you in a golf cart, and you're like, give me a fucking ride. Like, I'm about to eat shit in these shackles. You have to just walk so far underground. It's terrible. And all these guards are driving past you in little golf carts. You're like, God damn it. I'm fucking tired of walking.
It's the same way.
Freedom looks like.
Golf cart.
Exactly.
Oh.
No, being in jail sucks. But it's you make do. You do the best you can.
I learned how to write with my feet. I know sign language too. I know a lot of sign language. In prison, I learned sign language.
Like cursive or print?
Print. But like there was a deaf girl that I got into it with in prison, and I can talk so much shit in sign language. I can say I'll rape you. I'll teach you that. Look, okay, so
yes, please do.
If you can't see, it's I will. This is rape.
What
How is that rape?
Well, no, you
It
gotta
is.
get
It's spreading the legs and forcing it in.
Oh, okay.
Why is that even a thing?
Yeah.
You gotta have a word for it.
Damn.
I can't just not have a word for rape. That looks like willing though. Like
no, you gotta shake
That's
your
like
head.
spreading your cheeks and then
Fucking this.
Do this and no. That means
This is fucking.
Okay.
That's
Two
fucking.
people. Like, see.
Okay. That's
Okay.
that's something I can definitely remember.
Right.
Yeah, I could just be like,
And
hey,
That's very.
Gangbang, like group fuck is this.
group fuck.
Yeah, like gangbang.
Nice.
Why do you need to know that?
Why do I need? I might gangbang a bunch of deaf bitches one day.
Yeah.
You never know.
Could you imagine what that would sound like? Oh my god.
Yeah. Do they moan like people who can hear?
It sounds like they talk. Like, because I've heard that
really?
deaf girl, she used to have
God,
sex
what a
with
turn
this
off.
gross rapist in prison.
Like my ears.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Because they have no sense of like volume, you know, because like you know you're
Right.
quiet. They just go for it, you know. Just,
God.
fuck.
Yeah, that's why you never see deaf porn actresses.
I should look that up. I'm gonna Google that when I get off of this.
Yeah,
They're probably out there.
And, yeah. I guess if
You know that Playboy makes a Braille Playboy? You know that? I bought one for $40 once from a crackhead.
Ooh, $40.
I mean,
crackhead.
what does a blind guy have need for a porno magazine for?
He wants to hear intricate sexual stories. Maybe he has a very sheltered life. I don't know.
Oh, so he just is there for the article.
Yeah, obviously not the pictures, but
Exactly. I guess they might do a different magazine just for blind people. That's more like
Really in depth, like fan fiction type.
Yeah, like romance novel or something.
Yeah.
well, it was like super thick. That Playboy was like it was all plastic, like boom, you know.
Shit. You
Damn.
knock somebody out with it.
Well, that's like a book you never think of being in Braille. If I had to sit down,
I would just
draw a list of 100 books that would be in Braille, that would not be on that list.
Oh
It
yeah.
is, though.
Read.
Yeah.
If I had to be blind, I just would never fucking read again. Because like at this stage in life, having to learn like bumps on a page, there's no fucking way, dude.
I'm too old.
Dude, just get an audiobook.
Yeah. Give me some dope ass headphones.
Yeah, and
Ride
just
the
be
train.
like, yeah, what do you need to do where you have to read Braille that it can't be read to you?
But I feel like you need to know it anyways for like the bathrooms and everything, like getting around in the world. Like, it's not going to.
Yeah, like I don't. That's the perfect excuse to go into the women's bathroom. I'm fucking blind.
But yeah, you want your dog to have a good life.
What does that have to do?
Let's go see some titties, boy. Like,
let's go see some titties.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you want him to see the
Yeah, I want him to enjoy the.
Sure.
I would rather have
jar of peanut butter
instead of a small dog. I would rather have like a small person just lead me around, just like a little.
Yeah, you can buy a capuchin seeing eye monkey for $20,000.
Really? I mean, not that sounds affordable, but
I mean, it's a seeing eye monkey.
Maybe they finance.
All right, Justin chimed in. Why wouldn't a blind dude want to read about sex? No, I understand him wanting to read about sex, but why would he have to be a playboy specifically? I'm sure there's far better stuff out there.
Yeah.
But it has to be a big enough market to make a Braille book. I mean, How many porn industries have the financing to make such a thing? Playboy's one of the biggest ones.
But wouldn't you just rather hear about it? I'd rather hear like an attractive sounding woman. They don't even have to be attractive. They just have to sound attractive. Read it to me. That would be the ultimate.
Yeah. I sound like Cinderfella. It's bad. I don't have a. I was gonna do like the online porn thing, but I can't. My voice is like I have a really manly voice.
Yeah.
I have this embarrassing tramp stamp too, that I got in Dare.
All right, let's see it. It's not like you're outside or anything.
What's it say? Okay.
Can you hear us? What does it say?
It says hit it like you mean it.
Wow. That's great.
Well, at least you didn't half-ass it. You did it
right.
100. If you're gonna make a mistake, make it 100%. If you're gonna, do it 100%. I've got tattoos, but and then I feel embarrassed though.
I have like the PlayStation symbols. I'm like a phone book. I have so many names on
it. You mentioned that in your message that you got the PlayStation emblem on your knuckles. That's genius. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Triangles. I was thinking the P and the S.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, like penis. Like I just couldn't.
Penis.
I'm just being funny.
But my controller. Get it?
Imagine what you were talking. That's a cool tattoo, though.
That's original.
Yeah, my 91. I have established 91 on my neck. And when I was using my fake name, the cops were like, if you were born in 86, why do you have established 91 on your neck? I was like, that's the year I found God. Praise Jesus. And they let me go.
Oh, nice.
I got a comment from Justin that says you should get a Braille tattoo. There you go. You should get it done in Braille for the blind homies.
Hey, that might look nice.
I mean, how would that even, you'd have to do the scarification or what?
Or what? Like the Laos, when I worked in a packing house, they would put BBs in the foreskin, but you can still put it under the regular skin.
Foreskin?
Yeah.
It's genius.
What?
Right.
I mean, permanently ribbed for her pleasure.
Correct.
You don't even need to be prepared. You just have
right. But I'm saying if you can put the BBs in foreskin, you can probably put them under your skin so that you can read.
Oh yeah, you seen the guys with like the implants in their forehead, the omegas or whatever.
Yeah, would you be willing to do that for the blind people?
I mean, yeah, I got my other one as a dare.
Okay. Yeah, find out how much it'll cost. We'll do a GoFundMe.
Whoa, how much does a pack of BBs cost? Not much.
You get buckshot.
Wow.
Well, that's not really going to be anything readable.
We do a template. Whatever hits.
Like solid steel. That's going to take several shots.
We're going to find out what it costs to get that. That'd be.
And first of all, we need a shotgun. None of us own a goddamn fucking shotgun.
No.
Honey, go buy a shotgun.
You
can buy me a shotgun. I just can't buy guns. Why? I guess I can't.
I have to get going because I am at this dog park and it's super spooky. It's like pitch black now.
That's not a dog behind you, by the way. Is that right?
Yeah, that's my dog.
Okay.
Fair, Eric.
All right. Well, we may talk to you again in the future if you ever want to come back on. You're more than welcome.
Give you guys an update on what's going on in my crazy life.
Absolutely.
Well, Mr. Correct. BB is a size, not an object.
Okay.
I'm gonna look that up.
Oh.
Yeah. Sounds like a lie. Okay, well, anyways, yeah, you go ahead and get going and have a safe trip home and stay safe during COVID.
Yeah, of course. You know. Thank you guys.
Yep, bye-bye.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
BB is a size. Okay, Justin.
Yeah,
what
school
do you fucking call a BB then? If it's a size, you know what a fucking BB is, right? What is it? What do you call the object?
You know, I'm gonna wiki it. Yeah. Why is it called a BB? Oh, I guess a BB gun would be the caliber of the gun.
And then pellet would be different, but they're different things.
But what do I buy? Okay, so when I go and buy a container of ammunition for a BB gun, what are they called?
Exactly. I hope he didn't bail on us already.
No, he's there. He's probably looking at it. Copper BB, lead BB, etc.
So you go and buy a box of copper? I'm not buying it.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna look it up. I gotta see here.
This sounds like one of those urban myths.
But it's one of those things like, yeah, but what we know of him, like he's got weird.
He's got strange knowledge.
Yeah, and it's like it makes. I'm gonna know it forever now. BB guns are air guns designed to shoot metallic ball projectiles called BBs.
You just got fucking outed, son.
Not to be confused with ball bearings. All right, so
who's using lead BBs? I don't think you can buy lead BBs.
That just seems really dangerous too.
Yes, I mean, just have a tub full of. I guess you can buy lead. You wanted to. You can buy lead tape still. My grandfather uses.
Can you really?
Yeah, he uses lead tape to weight his golf clubs down. He'll stick it on certain sides of the golf club head.
All right, so here it talks that Daisy in around 1900 changed the BB size bore diameter to 0.0175 inches or 4.4 millimeters. So the moment they changed it and still continued to call it a BB, would have been a BB. So maybe initially it was designed to be a caliber, but then once they changed the size, it became null and void as being a size, and it just became. So I'm sure maybe it was. I'm gonna go deeper. I don't have time now. I'm sure it was at one time, because that makes sense. It's a BB gun, so the caliber would make. What's he say? The BBs in buckshot is lead, but those aren't usually BBs. They're smaller.
Oh yeah, no, I get it now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, lead.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I challenge your definition of calling it a size versus an object.
A noun. It's not just an adjective, it is a noun.
Yeah, I was hating on us.
So she was interesting. She wasn't very receptive to questions, though.
Yeah, she kind of controlled.
She's the dominant one in the relationship too.
Yeah, we're not in a relationship yet.
Yet.
Yeah. All we saw was her back.
All we needed. Yeah. Well, we need a gangbang. What do you think, honey?
I liked her.
Enough,
I thought she was just
enough for a
fine.
gangbang?
Gangbang. I don't know about that.
Would you have to give up your hearing in addition to that one eye?
yeah. I gotta put some use to that.
You got two dimensions.
Let me just.
That's all
you
life.
got no depth perception
Let me just
anymore.
take off my eye patch.
Got two dimensions in silence.
Well, that's a new orifice. Too. For pleasure. A new
Justin.
pleasure.
So what he says, boy, the people who use firearms will agree. Oh, I'm gonna look it up. No doubt. Like, I'm curious now because your logic makes sense that it would be a caliber. You didn't say caliber, but that's how I assumed that you were going with that, with it being like a 22 or a 45. But based off the little research that I did, Daisy had changed the size of the BB for their BB guns.
Yeah,
but they still call it a BB after that. So it may have started as a size and then became an object by default.
You know, there's 45, 22, 38, which are calibers, but it's still a bullet. Right?
Right.
So wouldn't BB be in the bullet equivalent, and then the caliber would be .175 or whatever?
Yeah. I think it has a caliber on a BB gun, doesn't it?
I don't know. I've had BB guns in the past, but I never really looked at it that closely. You know what I mean?
I'm curious. But I'll know this answer by when we get off the air. She's hating on us.
Who's hating?
Justin.
No.
BB is a size, not an object. Laugh out loud. And he called me a monkey.
Caliber is the size.
What?
He said,
Where
BB
did he
is a
say that?
size, not an object. Laugh out loud, monkey. Like,
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
He took it to another level.
oh, what did he say? Caliber is the size of a projectile. Size work.
Size works? That's an odd statement.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, we didn't really get much backstory to her. Yeah, she just wanted to.
It was hard because she kept talking, and then
Yeah, I couldn't get a fucking word in edgewise, but it was still an interesting story. She was very forthcoming with a lot of information. I mean, she didn't need to show us the tramp stamp or tell us about it.
she did.
I know she did, but she did not.
Oh yeah, she could have. She just said no. I'd have been cool with that. But I'm
Or
like, if you're
I
gonna
mean,
talk
she didn't
about
even
it-
need to tell us about it. I mean, is what I'm saying. So she
Right.
was volunteering a healthy amount of information, but I would like to have known more about her childhood. And
Yeah,
that's very personal, though.
thinks
I can understand not wanting to talk about everything.
He said it's not a size; it's a caliber.
Anyways,
Are those two
But
words?
But he didn't monkey me this time. So
Are those
so
two
far, so
words?
good.
Those two words aren't like always mutually interchangeable. Size and caliber.
Right. But I was going off of him saying BB is a size, not an object, and that was the original. What we were going off of.
How long are we going to spend on this BB conversation?
I don't know, man, but I really like Justin.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Even though that I was watching their podcast last night, and I don't know the name of the other dude. I've never met him, so it's hard for names to lock down.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy had on a pair of blue jeans, but he was sitting spread eagle in the chair.
What's wrong with that?
He had a hole, the crotch, and so he had red
Oh.
underwear, and so like his underwear was poking out, so he had like a little red rocket.
Well, at least his dick wasn't coming out.
It could have been, I don't know. Well, they weren't shooting in 4K, so it shot. But then I made the comment because he was saying something about a shout out. I was like, oh, shout out to that hole in your underwear or a hole in your jeans, and they didn't put it on the air, so I was kind of disappointed that they censored me.
They did.
Yeah.
That's we're in that type of culture these days.
But in his defense, it wasn't. They have like
Yeah.
their Jenny is running everything. It's not. It's a dude though, but he's
They're
so
tech.
they don't get to see the feed.
he said, I did not call you a monkey, and I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I'm just saying that.
You didn't call me a monkey, but you emoted me a monkey. Right there, it's on the screen. BB is not a size. BB is a size, not an object. Laugh out loud. Monkey. Of course, I'm adding the comma, but why else would you put a monkey?
Yeah, you got to be really careful with that when you're talking to a black person. You can't just use monkey.
You've called me a monkey before.
You're very
Yeah, but that's the American education system. But
I'm just saying. I said she was very ape-like.
when was this?
Fairly recently. It's been multiple times. I've said
What
that.
makes her ape-like? Because
Is it my wide nose?
Yeah, it's the nose.
Yeah, I could see that.
No bridge. Gives her that gorilla look.
Wow.
I don't mean like in a racist way. I'm just saying like
based on the conversation Steve and I have had, I would take it as a compliment because he's been trying to do a Planet of the Apes skit
With
early
us?
on. No, for us, but we were gonna do. He talked about it'd be cool to do.
yeah, not me and you like Planet of the Apes themed porno.
Yeah.
Like I'm the ape owner and you're the ape in the cage.
Oh, he's saying he's the monkey. What? No. Oh, that's your signature as a monkey? Like, what up, homies? Monkey.
What is that? Monkey Bone with that Brendan Fraser movie?
Yes.
That is a cult classic.
Some of his best work.
Yeah, before he started losing his hair. You know, after the Mummy, it was just his career just went.
That was it. Yeah. Last One to Pass was really good. Yeah.
I liked that too. Christopher Walken.
Yeah. He had a solid cast. He was or was it not Bedazzled?
Bedazzle was okay
Is that
too.
what was it called? Bedazzled?
The one where he
She's
wishes to get that. He makes all those wishes with the devil.
Yeah.
And the devil's Elizabeth.
Is it Hurley?
Elizabeth Hurley. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
And gosh, she was smoking hot back then.
She was a devil.
I mean,
Anyway, to change the subject about monkeys.
yeah.
So no, he wanted to do when we were doing the Wearded Beirdos, like in the beginning when we were doing videos and stuff like that. What can we do? And he's like, oh, I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a station or a channel that just had Planet of the Apes remakes of all our regular shows.
Yeah, like Friends, but with apes.
Oh,
Or like a different show like Game of Thrones, but with apes.
yeah.
And we looked into like getting the
prosthetics.
The prosthetics.
That's the problem because they come. We can get the latex cover, but there's not colors. Like so we have to paint it and add the hair and all that stuff ourselves. Or you get a monkey mask, but then you're not going to be able to articulate the mouth. So it was more trouble than it was worth for just two of us.
Yeah, there's like a foam eyepiece that makes you look like an ape, but it comes unshaded, so it's just tan.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd have to do like all the shading work and all the like the makeup work on it yourself. And that's what we were going to ask you to do.
I could do that.
Yeah, and then but the foam piece, he said, is only good for like 2 or 3 uses.
And we'd have to shave our face completely.
Yeah, we'd have to shave for it to stick properly.
Even the eyebrows?
No, because wherever it sticks, just around the border. But he said that our beards would have to go, and then we were both kind of.
I think if we just did it here, we'd be okay.
Yeah,
because that'd be even funnier. Because we got 8 foreheads, but
that's all you need. Yeah, that's all you need.
But then as soon as you start talking about having to shave, I was like, that's not happening. Like I'm not shaving.
And then the costume rental, we were looking at like Game of Thrones style, and the costumes were ridiculous to rent.
Yeah, it's the one in Littleton.
Super expensive.
We went there.
Have I ever taken you to Ranky Brothers, honey?
I don't think so.
It's a cool spot.
I think I did, but you just probably don't remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But their costume, like the costumes they have in Game of Thrones, like that level of detail and like intricacy, like with the furs and everything, is like really expensive. Like it costs like hundreds of dollars.
I believe it.
Just to rent it, not even to own it.
Wow. Are you replying back to Justin?
Yeah. Oh, because you were talking. I didn't
Oh man!
So I would take the blame for the monkey because he was saying I'm too old.
And your girlfriend was cooking something earlier and it made me fucking hungry.
I know it smelled really good.
It smelled like baked chicken or something.
There probably was some chicken.
Ah, God.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I did fart when I came in. I don't know if that's.
Oh my God!
Your farts smell like baked chicken.
Delicious. They're delicious, bro.
That's how much chicken you eat.
That's how much. No, I don't eat a lot of chicken. Actually, only chicken wings. Only chicken that I really enjoy. I'm a steak guy.
Oh yeah,
we're like salivating.
Did you get wings after last week?
We went to Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah.
Okay, so it was an off-the-air conversation, but
yeah, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, but it didn't really satisfy. They have a buffalo sauce that's decent, but I was like Googling like reviews of the different sauces, and it says that the hot sauce is really good. It's just hot. That's all it says on the menu. I tried it, and it's just like buffalo sauce, but hotter.
To me, it's hit or miss with B-dubs because I enjoy spicy, but I don't want it so hot that I can't enjoy the wing.
Mm-hmm.
So I like a more milder wing. I like the heat, but I want to enjoy the.
My favorite is spicy
flavor.
barbecue, like a really spicy, sweet, tangy barbecue sauce. But they don't really have that at Buffalo Wild Wings. They have like their barbecue sauce is mild.
They have that mango habanero.
Yeah, that's supposed to be. That was on the list of reviews that I was reading. The mango habanero was supposed to be like their best sauce.
How's that?
It's very spicy.
Really?
Yeah, it's very spicy.
When was it?
Had it.
I mean, habanero.
But have you ever had it?
Yeah, I've had it before.
Okay. When? I'm just curious.
Before I started dating you.
Oh, so you don't even really remember? I mean, this was 10 plus years ago.
Ages ago, before the internet.
Before the internet. Yeah.
Jenny's actually 67 years old.
Beige don't age.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
trying to hide it. That's why you can only see half my face.
all I know, black don't crack. That's what the one you hear a lot.
Beige don't age.
I've never heard that one.
It's on a Prince song.
Is it really?
That's the first time I heard it. Yeah.
Beige don't age.
It was on. I can't think of the name of the song. Black don't crack. Beige don't age. It's I don't know, but it's in a Prince song. Office Doers, not his newest because he's gone, but
yeah, he's not putting out moo material.
One of his most recent. I think it was the
yeah, he's
not like Tupac
recent. Yeah, Tupac's dropping albums left and right, which is crazy because Prince had a way longer career than Tupac. And Tupac's all of a sudden, when did you have time to tour, do all this stuff, and still be in the studio making new albums?
He's still in Jamaica.
Yeah, with Elvis.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Elvis would go to Jamaica though.
Well, it would stand out. Yeah, they go like Norway or somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. He's probably up in like Greenland.
Yeah, That guy they had play Tupac in that All Eyes on Me, he looked really similar.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it
I
either.
haven't watched the Biggie. He looks the part, but I haven't watched the movie. Same way I haven't watched Biggie's either. It keeps popping up on one of the streaming services.
Really?
It's like taunting me. I'm
God,
like,
that movie that came out. Notorious came out in what, like 2008, 2009.
Yeah.
I remember when it came out. It was okay. It wasn't like, man. I mean, they had his real son at the very end of the movie. He played Biggie as a child, I think.
To me, I don't think they have.
Or maybe he played himself. I'm not sure.
They didn't allow enough time to pass, and I don't think their career was long enough for a bioepic to be worthy. Because have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, I don't. I think the lead they cast for that, I can't remember the actor's name, but he's in Mr. Robot or Bad Robot. No, Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot. Yeah, Remy.
Yeah, Remy something or other.
Either way, it's still.
I just didn't like him. Like just seeing him play. I think they gave him prosthetic teeth for that role.
Yeah, it was a mold of Freddy's teeth.
Really?
I believe so.
I just saw that and I was just like, this doesn't look. Like I thought I just would be disappointed by the performance.
It's fantastic.
Is it really?
Give it a shot. It's on my Voodoo. Trust me. Well, it's worth it. Did you guys watch I didn't watch them last night, but you watched
Raised by Wolves?
episode 5?
Yes. Well,
No.
You only watched up to episode 4. You didn't watch 5.
No. Oh no, we did watch 5. We didn't watch last night's.
Neither did I.
Okay.
oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, because you would have guilt us about that.
Yeah, we were stressing out about that.
Sorry, I forgot about it until this morning. Like,
Yeah, same here. What did we do? What did we watch last night? We watched We started watching this movie called Wildlife. It's this weird Jake Gyllenhaal movie. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
It's actually kind of decent. But
Yeah,
I've been
it's pretty good.
downloading movies again to repopulate my movie collection. There's a PlayStation documentary on there if you want to watch that.
Just PlayStation?
It's called. It's the name of the documentary is called "From Bedrooms to Billions: The PlayStation Revolution."
Interesting.
And it's kind of like how PlayStation shaped the way we play video games.
Oh yeah, they killed it. I watched. There's a documentary on Netflix now, a newer one, that talks about like basically the creation. It takes you from Pong up through maybe the end of PlayStation. It didn't go real deep, but it was actually pretty cool how the people that came into play to make video games what they are.
I've only watched like the first 15 minutes of this documentary just because I had other stuff going on at the time, and it kind of starts at a point in time where Atari was going down, and Nintendo and Sega were like having a huge like face off in like the marketing materials they used and stuff like that. And I guess Sony was like doing things with Sega. That's how they got their start. It was like they would partner with Sega to produce.
Well, they made dope games. The problem was getting and trying to make their own system.
Yeah, they were producing games for like their movies, like Cliffhanger and whatever. But that's crazy. You know that like Nintendo's still around, PlayStation's still around, but Sega and Atari are just gone.
Sega dropped the ball because they were the first to come out with a disc-based system.
Yeah,
the Dreamcast, but then it was in the Sega Genesis. Then they had an attachment too, and then they had the Saturn. So they were ahead of their time. But then they would come out with the new technology, but they couldn't keep up with the games because they switched their focus from making games to making a system, and they dropped the ball. If it wasn't for Sonic, I don't think they would have made it that far at all. But they were the first to have a full color, full size Game Gear. Remember Game Gear?
No.
Oh, it was they called it the surfboard. It was like about that big. It was full color. Here's when the Game Boy was just coming out. It was full color. It drank batteries. It was like a surfboard. It was it looked like a small skateboard without wheels. It was about that big, full color screen, speakers, and all stuff. And it lasted maybe a year, and then it just disappeared from the market.
Really?
And then Game Boy didn't come out with color until years later. Like it was almost like they bought oh, that's way too. You're giving the world too much now. So they pulled back. And
Sega was definitely ahead of their time.
Yeah, but they couldn't keep up with games, and so people ended up buying games from Japan and playing Japanese games on the American Sega systems. And people, I think, they just got tired of it because they had the better technology faster, but they couldn't keep up with games. Whereas as soon as like the new like right now, they're already releasing PlayStation 5 games, and the PlayStation 5 is not even out yet. Like Sony's like they're keeping up with, but the new PlayStation 5 will also play 4 games.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like, I wish I had a need to buy an Xbox or a PlayStation. It's just because of the new they're the first. Both systems are the first releases, I guess you would call it, of AMD's new RDNA 2 chip.
Gotcha.
Which is like their graphics processing unit, and that's going to be the first place you can have access to that chip is with the
PS5.
PS5 and the Xbox. They both use it.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they both. I could be wrong on that, but that's from what I've read. I'm pretty sure that they both use the same.
So the keep out because the only problem was like with shooter games, there's that little bit of lag between me and my controller and the screen and my eyes. Whereas on the computer, it's
with your peripherals.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, using any kind of wireless system, there's going to be some latency, but I don't know what the latency is with a controller. I know that you can get gaming mice that are like super low latency. I don't know if the controllers are super low latency or what the polling rate is or whatever.
Yeah, I've never looked it up.
I don't know. With Bluetooth, I mean, that's relatively fast, right? I mean, PlayStation controllers are Bluetooth, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be relatively fast.
Yeah, it's not bad. I still get down, but
yeah.
It's
well, you got it fucking 1060 now. There's no reason you can't fucking play.
Yeah.
But I know you're a console guy, so nothing wrong with that. I was a console person until when did I start building computers? A couple years ago.
What was the main thing was because of the availability of games and cross-platform. Now that things are going cross-platform, I thought about going back to PC. I started there. I used to play like Blackthorn and all that stuff, the early pre-Rainbow Six, the Tom Clancy games.
Right.
I used to play those on PC all the time. And then as it started to grow, the better games came out on PC or PlayStation and stuff first. So like if you want to play SOCOM in the early stages, like 1, 2, and 3, you had to play them on.
It'd be cool if like PlayStation started doing like what Xbox does. They don't do it with all their titles, but Xbox has Play Anywhere titles, which means you can play them on Xbox, on PC, on your phone.
But now, like Fortnite and Apple are at odds.
Oh yeah. I read about that. They have their Epic is suing Apple, and Apple's countersuing, and
stupid
money.
Yeah,
it's all about money.
But at some point, who cares? Like
yeah,
it's a consumer at some level. You're both making plenty of fucking money,
like billions. Yeah.
If the game didn't exist for either one, you'd still be making fucking shit ton of money. So who cares?
Exactly.
Get over it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And yeah, I'll have to. Have you? Oh yeah, they haven't released it. I was gonna say, have you pre-ordered it yet? Because
there's no pre-order yet.
Yeah,
but yeah,
when you do, I'll have to come over and we'll have to play together.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna.
Because I'm waiting. I've played PlayStation 3, or no, PlayStation 4. I've played on a PlayStation 4, but I'd like to try it out.
4 is the jam. 3 set the tone.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. Yeah,
because I don't have my PS3 here. It's in storage, but when I did have it in South Carolina, I still played games on it. Because Choplifter was my favorite game, but it was a 2D.
Choplifter?
Yeah, you were a helicopter pilot, and you go and drop off, and you'd pick up like survivors.
Really?
From like the zombie apocalypse and stuff like that, and you had to go in and land and pull out, but you had to get there in time, and you had to focus on gas at the same time. So you had to it's the hard part of the game was the strategy of have enough gas to get all the way and pick them up before they're taken over.
And you upgrade the chopper, and build it and stuff. That's cool.
Yeah, and you get bonus points if you pick up the newscaster. But
okay.
It's not necessarily to completing the mission, but yeah, it was a 2D game, but the graphics and just the play, it was just amazing.
Yeah, I remember being really when I played Call of Duty originally on Xbox 360. It was a game that I was really into. I did all the optional side quests kind of thing. It's called intel. There's always intel on each map, and if you find it,
right,
and then you have to find it. And then you have to beat the game on a veteran. Because it says when you complete the game on the menu, it'll say campaign 58% complete. So if you complete it on easy, it'll only give you a partial completion. to get 100% complete. Like, and then you beat it on veteran, it'll give you only like it'll be like 85% complete, and then
without the side. Side
and
missions.
then if you go back and get the intel, then you can get the 100%. I used to go for the 100%. I don't do that anymore. I'm not into campaign as much as I used to be because I like playing with other people. Like it gives it more of a competitive feel. I like competition.
You play campaign to get acclimated to the controls, but like SOCOM 4, the campaign mode. If you finish the mission with a weapon, you can use the weapon in the PvP side.
Nice.
And so it forced you to go to get you want that dope ass 50 cal. There were certain, but it was only available in certain missions, but you had to finish the mission with it. So usually the weapon that you wanted was just a dead space in your loadout
on your inventory,
like,
whatever.
Yeah, so like this sniper rifle is worthless to me. Here it is. I pick it up, but now I'm limited to one weapon, which is usually a close range or something with very low ammo capacity, and then you have your grenades and stuff like that. But I really enjoy because they had like you could play SOCOM 4. You'd also play campaign mode with a 4 squad, like PvE, but with 4 real people, kind of like the one in Call of Duty has in the confrontation, right?
Oh yeah, the
multiplayer.
Spec Ops.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but
like one thing that I really liked about Destiny, which is an Xbox title, so you've never played it, but it's done by Bungie, so it's the same people who made Halo. If you've ever played that, okay. Well, it's a futuristic space game, but like the campaign, you can do solo or you can do with other people you meet online, like the entire campaign. And like there is multiplayer modes like Team Death or whatever, but it's like it's a very campaign oriented game, and it's like designed to be played with other people. And that's what I wish Call of Duty would do, would make the campaign like multiplayer, like with the squad, like you could play with like 4 other people, 3 other people. A lot
point to the game.
Yeah, I like being able to have like that teamwork thing, especially if you can play with the same people consistently.
Yeah,
that makes it a lot more fun.
Agreed.
But yeah, we'll have to play again. There's going to be a new Call of Duty coming out in November.
Isn't like
I haven't seen any
like
marketing.
Vietnam or something like that.
I haven't seen any marketing for this one because they've been really like with this COVID shit, like they haven't released anything. Yeah. Normally they start releasing teaser videos like at the beginning of the summer. They had, like when I checked in time in August, they hadn't released anything.
What I've seen, the hint is the Vietnam,
which is kind of lame because they've already done that.
See, I didn't really get into Call of Duty until recently.
Black Ops,
Battlefield's what got me into like, holy shit, Battlefield's amazing.
Battlefields. Have you played Battlefield 5?
No, I played Battlefield 4. Was the first one I played. I really played and got down in. Like I want to install it and play it again because I enjoyed it so much, and I enjoyed the campaign of where you're the black cop. Damn, I can't think of that.
Black cop.
It's a.
When does it take place? Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4 is modern day.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Man, what the hell is the
Battlefield? So Justin was saying that the new Battlefield 6 teaser looks legit. All right, so it's all you now.
Okay, I'm still trying to. The link sent me to the Twitter, but it went to the Twitter, but I don't know how to use the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Hardline was the one I was trying to think of. You're a black cop. The multiplayer or PvP is stupid because you're either cops or robbers. There's no.
What was that one game that was like futuristic but on PlayStation? And it was kind of like Halo. It was like something else, like hell. It was the Hellgast versus like the Resistance or something. Killzone, that's what it's called.
Never played that one either.
It's decent. That was decent.
He sent me
He just sent you to their Twitter page.
We sent me, yeah, but it just brought me to here. So so this is the link that it gave me. It brought me here. But then I know that's a gift, so I know that's not it. But I can't find like. I don't know. I don't know enough about the Twitter to.
The Twitter.
Yeah.
The Twitter.
That really dates you.
Do you, Justin? Do you have a link to like the actual, or is that it there?
He just said that looks hard. So he's talking about
that I thought.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Justin, if you want to send us a direct link to a trailer or a teaser for Battlefield 6. Yeah, we're not. Jeremy can't work it out.
Sorry, bud.
It's okay.
That's Call of Duty. All I see is Call of Duty videos on here. That's it.
Is that your boyfriend right there?
Wow. Well, why would you go straight to that? Of all things.
He does that to me too.
I mean, it could be, but that's between us.
I guess that's none of my business, huh?
Right. Yeah, I don't know how to read. Okay, sorry, man. So I'm just dragging this along.
So,
hardline.
Yeah, Jenny's waiting for the new. It's not a GIF. Unmute it. The tweet is the teaser.
Let me go back to what he sent.
Damn, what the hell is going on here? Why can't I fucking... So Jenny's waiting for the new Assassin's Creed. It's like the Vikings version.
Valhalla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Assassin's Creed. Origins is the last one I played, but it's like...
Isn't that what you were playing? Origins? Or no, you were playing...
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Yeah, I haven't played Odyssey. Origins was legit.
I'll have to play that one sometime.
You never go back. No one plays the older game.
It's hard. Yeah. Like if you were to go back and play one now, you'd be so disappointed.
Really?
I don't know. See, for me, like I played like the first 4, so it'd be more nostalgic for me back and play as Altair.
All right, I'm gonna bring up the screen because so.
It literally says GIF.
I don't think we're looking at the same thing, so I'm gonna click on there. This is what I see, Justin. When I put in a link that you sent, it brings me to this, and these are replies. So it's not actually.
What about the view? Click view up there.
You see view right here?
Yeah.
Oh man,
is that it?
I'm up. I'm fucked up, but I'm up. I'm up. I'm fucked up, but I'm up. I'm up. I'm fucked up, but I'm up. Give me a sit rep.
Give me a sit rep. I'm up. I'm fucked up, but I'm up.
He's fucked up the butt.
Sorry, Jess. We need to figure out how to do a cross-platform tweet. See, we have a game or podcast.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll find it for later.
Man, we're just not raking in the viewers like we had last week.
Because we don't have anybody. We have Jenny.
Well, we did.
And you. Yeah, I'm still working on a couple. We got a couple. This is pretty hard. One, because I think they're just as bored as anything else, and they're trying to occupy their time with other stuff. But it's also Friday night. I think the night when it comes to stuff like that, I think the night maybe. If you're famous and got stuff going on, you guys.
Friday night.
On Friday night, the last thing I want to do is hang out with my black ass. So yeah.
Listen to the radio.
You should just introduce yourself as Lawrence Fishburne, and they might be into it.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. It's inappropriate. Do you see it? I look Lawrence Fishburne to you? I've got it a lot. So there's got to be some truth to it because it's not
mainly
just you.
It's mainly the skin tone. You have like the exact same like the creamy like milky coffee.
Oh yeah.
Skin tone.
Okay.
I want to say mulatto.
I just wanted to make sure I was thinking of the right person, but yeah, you look just like.
But I enjoy the way you say like, oh yeah. I like how you said it.
My FM voice.
But
you just don't have the teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking gap in his teeth.
I think that's what I
Why
focus.
the fuck would you keep that?
That's what I focus on. Same with Mike Tyson. Like you've got
It
all
adds
that.
character.
But at the same time,
All right, honey, let me knock out one of your teeth.
Yeah.
And pull out one of your
Spread them
eyes.
apart.
Yeah,
so
we'll pull a tooth. We'll remove one of your eyes.
we're taking out your ears.
What else?
We're gonna deafen her.
Oh yeah, we're gonna deafen you, and it's all to add to your character, honey.
Is that the correct way to say it? Deafen you?
Deafen? Yeah, I think so. To make deaf.
To make deaf, yeah.
So this is all for your character, honey. You're okay with that? It
No.
adds character.
He was born with a gap. I mean, like between.
So you're
his teeth.
saying it only counts if you're born with it.
Yeah.
So you'd say that to all the people, like all the transgender people and the people with fake breasts. It only
Come
If
on,
you're
don't
born
take it
with
there.
That's what you're saying.
it only
You want
counts
him
if
to
you're
keep his
born with
gap.
it.
I guess it doesn't apply to black people. Is that what you were going with that?
No,
Trying to make America
no,
great
no.
again? Oh.
Yeah, she's a huge Trump fan. She just doesn't mention
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
it.
At all.
I mean, the household that I live in.
Yeah.
It rubs off. It's been rubbing, or it rubs on, I guess, but it's
Your grandma's been rubbing on you?
not physically.
That's what you said. Am I
Physically.
wrong? You said it rubs on. It puts
Well,
the
it rubs
lotion-
on. It's rubbing onto her, but it's
Puts the
rubbing
lotion on
off
the
of me.
skin.
Like the longer I live in that household, like the less and less I'm conservative, just because I'm just around someone who's like that, and it's just like when you see someone like that, you can see like their ignorance. It's kind of like having an outside perspective, And it's like, man, that's what I don't want to be like.
Right. But you got to take into account different generations. And I think
She used to be a
that's the-
Democrat. She voted for fucking Bill Clinton.
The blowjob tipped her over, huh?
No, it's the divorce, I think.
How can she? Trump's been divorced. This is third marriage.
No. Like the fact that
She got a divorce.
no, yeah, her divorce.
Oh.
I think she's more.
She was she was like ultra liberal, and so was her ex-husband. And when she got divorced, I think she just wanted to get as far away from that, from him as possible. Sure. So she went and found someone new who was ultra right wing, like right wing extremist.
Speaking of, I got it.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg has
Passed away. That's so fucking sad.
She seemed really nimble too.
Not only is it sad, but it's also terrifying right now.
Yeah, she was like the one.
Glue, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that she was keeping it, and I think the respect that the others had for her gave her a little bit more pull. And when she talked, like she's probably grandma. Well, grandma said this, so we're gonna listen to you.
Well, she was a Supreme Court justice for how fucking long?
Yes, let me see here. But that's I'm scared right now because what are you gonna put in there?
I know. Yeah, he has an open slot.
Does he have enough time to fill it?
Oh,
That's the thing,
he's
is
going to be
it's-
rushing to fill that fucker. He does not. There's no way he's going to leave that to be fucking done by Biden.
She was nominated by Jimmy Carter.
Damn, that really dates her.
Oh wait, no, that was the United States Court of Appeals. Hold on, let's go. Wait, no, where's the Supreme Court? Bill Clinton.
Okay.
It's still quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, 30 years.
1999. I was 18. 1993. I need to learn how to read. Oh, you're staring inside of my head? Like,
No, I was
no.
doing something else.
What were you doing?
Just burping.
But you're
So I
burping.
put my head to the side.
She burped at me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's acceptable. I
Are
guess.
you one of those ones that like speak when you burp? Like, never. Did you do that?
Doesn't count.
Wait,
I didn't
wait,
say
wait.
it.
Like when you burp and if you're talking, you just keep talking to the burp because it's cool. And you're,
you mean like
immature.
you're talking about uttering racial slurs while I burp, right?
No. I mean, if that's what you do, no. But I'm saying, I was talking, and then I turned, and then she was looking toward. I could feel her looking this way, and she's like, "Oh." And then she goes on to tell you that she was burping, and I was wondering if the reason that I had picked up on it because she was saying the N-word under her burp. But I was just saying independently.
Do I do that?
I have a little bit of self-control.
I appreciate that, especially in this room.
She only says it behind your back.
Yeah.
Shush.
She's only upset because it's true.
I agree. But no, I was saying you want because dudes are gross. I do it. If I'm talking and I burp, I'll say something really retarded through my burp.
Probably not since
I got it from my dad.
Middle school.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't know.
You burped. You were able to burp the ABCs.
You've never seen me do that.
Oh, that's your other man. You fucked up.
Fuck.
This happens constantly.
The man,
So I'm not even.
the man that doesn't call you a monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Maybe he'll let you live with him.
Okay.
might.
Speaking of, so since 1993, so she put in some work because was in her late 80s, yeah, 87. In fact, you still got up and put your pants on when you work.
Look at that. The Wikipedia is already updated.
Yeah, Wikipedia don't fuck around. They hate on Wikipedia as far as don't use it as a source, but it's up to date.
Yeah.
Like I just found out 10 minutes ago, and her metastatic prostate. What? Wait, what?
Yeah, prostate cancer.
Pancreatic cancer. I read
was
that.
gonna say,
One.
what the fuck?
It's too far away.
I was gonna say, how does that work?
Women have a prostate. It's called the skin gland.
Yeah, we've been over this. You broke out the textbook.
Yes,
you
right.
fucking walked me through the diagrams.
Well, we didn't have Jenny before.
Yeah.
We can,
Oh no.
Yeah, we have a living person here. We could just catch you open, honey, and he
it'd
can
be
show
hilarious. Just slide everything off. We'll get viewers then.
Chloroform me.
Yeah.
chloroform. We still need to follow
do.
through on that.
Wake up in a tub full of ice.
Oh, you're not gonna wake up.
I'm not gonna take your. We're not gonna take your kidneys. We're just gonna take your eye.
Okay.
and your hearing.
That's
Yeah.
even better.
But we could do it both while you're awake. Would you rather with you awake or with you asleep?
Yeah.
Because I can go get like a needle and just
Oh, I
pop
can't.
your eardrums right now.
I can't.
Okay, so asleep then.
Not awake.
Okay, so you do want to be chloroformed. You prefer to be chloroformed.
Yeah, I prefer it
Okay.
Okay. What's
if
the problem?
possible.
When you wake up, you might have a sore anus, but I can't.
What?
Because of course he's like, I can't
Yeah.
do this. He's like, I can't do this.
This is my
I
one
can't-
opportunity.
I can't
Yeah.
do this without taking a drink.
He's been so obsessed.
And you know the rule on that.
Yeah, that's terrible.
If you didn't listen to last week's episode, you don't get that.
Inside joke.
And so, man, that sucks about. Oh, yeah, that's a scary. We live in scary times in general, but that's really.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Mm.
If I was gonna buy a gun, I'd buy a gun right now.
I've been hunting.
For a gun?
Been looking. Yeah, it's just weird. 'Cause I mean, I don't know. It's. I hate that I feel that way.
There's
At no point in my history have I ever thought that I needed to own a firearm in my home.
There's a forum that's called like Rocky Mountain Gun Owners, Rocky Mountain Gun Exchange, something like that, where you can like talk to other people and buy guns from them, like just in person. Because you can buy a gun from a person. It's totally legal. I've done it.
Okay. Yeah, the rules are there's you don't
You
have
just
to
can't.
register.
You just can't sell guns or buy guns on Craigslist. That's part of Craigslist deal. But you can. There's an online forum where people are just locally selling their guns. And I bought a Glock 21 on there once. An 11mm round.
I was looking at like a. Well, we discussed like a shotgun, like a snub nose shotgun with a pistol grip, but I want the tactical, the folding stock, so that I can go.
Like the shotguns you see in the movies, it's like it's cut like right at the typical sawed off.
It won't be that short,
Yeah,
but I want something that's going to have stopping power at close range, but also I can maneuver it quickly in and out of doorways and stuff like that. To me, I think a pistol. If I'm coming around a corner and my arms are outstretched and you hit my arms, the pistol's going to fall. The shotgun's not going to fall out of my arm. I can still roll around, scramble, and put one in your eye.
Yeah, it's still two-handed weapon. Yeah, well,
Because the pistol grip, and if you have the stock, you can let go with one hand and still be functional.
I think I said this before. I think the shortest barrel you can get is like 18 inches.
I'm going to buy a legit one.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, like legally, I think the shortest barrel you can get is.
I'm sure I got white redneck friends that.
Shotgun is a firearm subject to the NFA if the shotgun has a barrel of less than 18 inches. So
Okay.
the barrel could be 18 inches and must be longer than 26 inches in overall length. So you can't like cut the stock off.
Yeah.
So if you get a pistol grip, that means the barrel has to be longer than 18. It's gonna have to be longer because it's gonna
Which is
take off the
fine.
overall.
Well, I'm going to have the grip. For the pump
yeah,
as well.
that's. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I want the stopping power, but also the maneuverability.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Oh,
Where we at?
I'm freaking hungry.
Yeah, we're at 2 hours. Anything to add? Not that I don't forget. Not that I forget about you over there, but you're quiet, and then I forget, and then we get up in conversations.
We just
That is totally fine.
We almost need to-
I enjoy listening.
hey, just quick. How many people do we have that are women? Like on the
Guess-wise?
demographic? No, for viewership.
It's like 90%.
Women?
Yeah.
Oh, yes or no? Yeah.
Yeah, but
men,
I'm talking
it's mostly men.
like 99% men.
Yeah. Because even the
I told you.
Are you sure?
Like, can we look at the?
even the podcast, the audio version of it is, it gives us mostly
99% men. It's the same with my YouTube channel. It's literally like 99% men. Like I have like a 1% female audience.
Can never find it. And they want me to do free ads. Like I'm doing free ads. I'm gonna do I'm gonna put them on a couple of them just because I want people to. We're gonna do the free ones. You're not. Oh, it's right here. So hope we've added France and Ireland and Bangladesh.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, we're multicultural. 10% female on the podcast listenership.
Let's see.
And no non-binary. I don't know why you'd put that on your podcast profile, but that's just weird.
You're really proud of it.
Yeah, like why does it even ask? I mean, I understand for the listenership of male, female, but does it really matter? Like, oh, but what if I don't identify? Like, what are you? Your tastes are still kind of be pulled together.
Listening platforms, apps, Apple Podcasts, 17%. 67% other. What is other?
Everybody else. Justin was saying he's on does it Stitcher? And that's like his number 2 as far as listenership, but you got to pay $15 a month for that. All we do is the free stuff right now. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I am freaking starving. I am starving. I need to get food in my stomach.
Okay.
I need to gorge myself. Gorge.
Okay.
I love that word, engorged, especially when referring to my.
So what do I want to do for
engorged?
Next week?
Engorged with blood.
I don't have a guest for next week.
You don't want to talk about my penis?
I mean, we can, but unless you're going to pull it out and show the audience,
it's going to take us 2 hours to talk about his penis.
That's a rabbit hole that'll take us. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. But Steve brought up his penis. They talked for another 45 minutes. It should have been a way shorter conversation.
Okay.
But
fair enough. Next week
I want to talk about. I'm gonna try to get a guest, knock one down.
Where do you find guests?
Like just forums and just
on Facebook or
Facebook forums and just.
I still have to get a post office box so I can start
looking thing and just ask people. But like Instagram stuff like that, I'll just ask. Like if they say no or they'll say yes.
Okay, I'll start asking around too.
Yeah, some don't respond at all, but I just want to just talk to interesting people. I think there's enough famous people. Why are you staring at her like that?
I didn't know she knew porn actresses, so I was like,
I just might. You never know.
He's talking about Buddy Dylan.
Which Dylan?
This one that talked. That gave the shout out here.
I thought that was
because he is.
I thought that was the other Dylan. I was like, that's really awkward.
But he's was a Real Vision Entertainment. I think is their company, and they do. I think they do A&R stuff for
A&R
for like actors and stuff.
What's A&R?
Maybe A&R or something. Artist repertoire.
Anal Negroes who are weird.
Wow, maybe it's not A&R
Anal.
per se, but they represent actors and actors out in California. And their main client is the girl that wrote the book, Darcy Donovan. But she might just be too big for me.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Okay.
But I'm closer to him than I am to her.
I'm ready to go.
Okay. But no, so next week, we never got into the discussion of like how you guys met. I want to go deeper into that conversation.
Who met?
You two. Because you met on the internet, and then we got it was towards the end of the last, so I would like to go. If we don't get a guest, we can go more in detail. Also, we can do the book that my grandpa was in, tell that story. The stories we started to tell in the beginning, like my live link stories and all things that we were going to talk about. So we might not have a guest next week, so we may get more into those stories.
Yeah. We forgot to start the show. We were talking for like a half an hour, and it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, that was my Book of Mormon story. Yeah, I told this whole story of Book of Mormon, and we hadn't even. It was dead. We didn't hit record. Or to go live, and so oops, and then so.
Or we did, but it was like at 7:02 or whatever.
I think you turned it on, I turned it off.
Something like
that. I can't remember. That's why one person needs to do. Anyway, we're out. Peace out.